morning, and how are you, faithful? Captain Niner coming to you with your Captain and Coffee Morning Report for April 4th, 2025. Nothing big of notes except for the fact that we got some off-season training dates confirmed. So let's go ahead and get right into them. All right, so we're going to have our talk about the OTA off-season training workouts. They're going to come in three phases. So we're going to be talking about May 28th, 27th to 28th, the 30th, then June 2nd through the 3rd, June 5th, the mandatory minicamp, and then June, which is going to be June 10th through 11th. Sorry about that. To look at something else at the same time I was doing that. So again, we've got all those days, and that's going to be coming in three separate phases. Now, the first phase is going to be the first 2 weeks. It's going to be limited to meetings, strength and conditioning, and physical rehab. Basically, everybody's showing up, but we're not going to do much, but just kind of like hang out, talk, go through our rehab. We're going to run some sprints. We're going to do some push-ups, all that kind of stuff. That's all that first 2 weeks. And so that'll be happening. And then in the next 2 weeks, which is the next phase, which is 3 weeks long, we will get on-field workouts, including individual and group drills, aka we're going to get some like wide receivers versus DBs, defensive line versus offensive lines, individual and group drills, perfect play drills, and walkthrough sessions where the offensive players line up against offensive players, defensive players against defensive players. So defense versus defense, basically they're just running through things to make sure everything is, this is what we studied in the classroom. This is what we're actually doing in the game. No live contact or full team drills, offense versus defense, are permitted. Again, it's just the offense lining up, first string offense lining up against the second string offense, basically, and they're going through motions. It's your walkthrough base kind of a situation. So don't expect to see much out of that one. That one, it'll ramp up in the fact that there'll be a little bit more. Some of the guys will be coming off of rehab. They'll be, maybe going at the most 75% kind of a situation. But that's really all that's going to happen. And then we get to phase 3, which is the 4 weeks, which is basically what we consider our training camp. Phase 3, final 4 weeks, teams can hold up to 10 days of organized team activities, while live contact remains prohibited. 7-on-7, 9-on-7, and 11-on-11 drills are allowed. That's when things start getting good. We'll start to see some of everybody line up in their actual positions and start getting some one-on-ones. Additionally, the team will also host a rookie minicamp on either the first or second weekend after the 25 draft. It has not yet been decided. Following mandatory minicamp in June, players will have time off and are not required to report back until actual training camp. So I misspoke. This one is not. This is not training camp. I'm sorry, I did misspeak on that one. My bad. So that's all takes care of. All that will precede them coming back to training camp. Well, like I said, they'll have that the time off. So that's about all. So we got some time. We've got some dates for stuff to be looking forward to this summer. There's going to be weeks of absolutely nothing to talk about. And to be honest, after rookie minicamp, I'm gone until training camp. I'll pop on maybe once a week to see, give a week in review type of a situation. But other than that, that's all we are going to be doing. Like I said, it gets kind of slim pickings after the draft and the rookie minicamp. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as usual, use the link in the description to get your GOAT fuel. Saves you 10%, puts some money in my hand, makes everybody happy. As far as Niner Faithful Radio goes, today we are going to be doing our weekend review show. It's going to be our look at the defensive line, the guys we like going into the defensive line for this year's draft. And I think we might be having a special guest and a precursor for things to come for next season, as quite a few things are going to be changing up here at Niner Faithful Radio. So stay tuned to see what happens. I'll make sure to post some stuff before the show tonight to make sure it reminds you. That's going to be at 6 p.m. tonight. All right, everybody. It's a faithful Friday. Kick the week's ass. Come back and have a drink with us later this evening. 5 feet high, level.